It's a quick how-to on the Angel Eye headlights that I installed and put and showed on a previous video. Um, I got two sets in now, so I had a few people asking on Facebook and stuff, a few messages about how to install them. It was a little tricky, but it's really pretty simple if you got the right stuff. So I'll show you what I used, and I'll put the links down below. But right now I'm running two sets, so I got them hot glued in. I used hot glue. I don't know if you can see it around the edges, but yeah. I mean, I've been hopping it. It's pretty secure. It's pretty secure. I used it on a few other parts to mount a few things. It holds pretty well. I do have the wires zip tied on top of the bumper bracket. You want to make sure you don't put them below this, because this is where it mounts to the chassis. And even with the zip ties, I'm able to get the pins in, so this is not too much here, but I wouldn't add much more than that. So I mounted them on top of the bumper bracket. Now the other part you'll need is this wire splitter here. I'll put a link for it. It came in a 3-pack and I've used 2 so far, but this end of it is what goes into your receiver. And let's see if I can get something to point. It goes into that empty number 4 channel, and I also have, well, I ordered it with these power supplies just in case. It came with power supply AA with the on-off switch. You could probably get these by itself, but I got it as a set just in case I didn't get power from the receiver. This is like a backup, but I didn't end up needing these. So the on-off switch, I'll put the link for the ones I use because they did plug right up. So I used one on-off switch here, and that goes, so once you plug in your your splitter to the receiver in your blank number 4 spot, one end will get the on-off switch, the other end will get your one set of angel eyes. That's how I ran it with just one set at first. Once I got my second set in the mail, and I'm running it through this channel that RedCat is already running their wires through. You just unbolt these Allen keys, unscrew those, and tuck your wires in there. It's not a lot of extra space, but it's enough to fit this in there. So splitter into receiver, on-off switch right here, running inside. I left this end open, taped it down. Now to run 2 sets, what you're going to do is off that splitter here that's in the receiver, you're going to run another splitter, because these came in a 3-pack. So you're going to add another splitter here, add your on-off switch, and on the other splitter you're going to put your second. Damn, is that right? So got the splitter, the on-off switch, and then on this one you can run both sets of your lights. Okay, so splitter from receiver, on-off switch. This one gets another splitter that connects both sets of angel eyes. So that is the setup that's going on right here. And I taped and zip tied here as well. Camera over. I got a zip tie here, so keep it out the way. Once you get the body back on the chassis, it kind of keeps the wires out of the danger zone, the servo arms, and any other moving parts, as well as the tape here. I kept a little slag in here, so I'm able to do stuff like this, take the body off and set it next to the chassis if I need to do some work. I got enough slack in my wires to do that. or I could disconnect it right here and I can take this body all the way out the way, do any work to it if I need to, get more space. But I left enough here. It was enough. Those splitters are long enough to run it just like this and not have um, anything touching or in the way that I've noticed. And I'm going to show how the lights work. One thing I haven't figured out is getting it to bypass the hopping switch. It does change when you hit the hopping switch. It changes the light effect. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick look at the lights on. Okay, so I'll always make sure my switches are down before I turn on the car. So get them on and off, remote on. You always want to wait a few seconds before you touch any of the switches. That's what the manual says. And I haven't had any issues with my servos. Like I've seen a few guys online have some servos do some wacky stuff. So I haven't had any issues. And you guys see I get pretty happy on the switch. So I think that might be part of the reason is the way you turn it on and let it boot up. So there's the light on. Try not to get in the camera space. And then you go to your halo color options. This option is the only one that doesn't sync in the beginning, like all the same colors, but you get a lot more options when you keep going through the matching sets. At first, I didn't like that they were different when you kept changing, and then once I got the car together, I was like, okay, this is a lot more variety. Especially if you take it out to a show or something like that, it'd be really cool to have different variety and combos for different color paint jobs. I think they got color combo here to match whatever color you decide to paint your car. So hopefully this video helps you guys get them installed, and I'll put an update up of that. Once I figure out the hopping switch issue, I'll put an update up of that on how to bypass that. In the meantime, I was hopping with my front raise switch on the last video. I kind of got used to hopping with this one also. If you play around with it, you can get it to do a pretty good hop with that. If you don't like that, you could always unplug the lights. Like I said, if you leave a section open where you can reach easily disconnect, you could always do it that way and turn them off. But this is another option in the meantime. It's weird, I'm not the best with electronics, so I'm learning as I go.